So this is what's going to happen. I'm gonna bring this red bag in, which right now has my computer, but I found my other computer bag, so I'll switch it to that. And I'm gonna pack up whatever in between that computer bag and that red bag. I'm gonna put together all the stuff I need for this trip, and then I'm gonna upload this video. And then once I get on the road, I'll just go ahead and go on YouTube and press publish, so that way I'll know that I really did officially leave, you know. So, but anyway, I'm gonna be doing a lot of these update videos, and I'm just gonna be kind of, each one of these, I think I'm just gonna call it the journey from now on, and this is gonna be the journey part 1. Hi, this is John with Hidden Highways, and I'm getting ready to go on my big adventure. Let me get where you can see my face a little better in the light here. That's better. So yeah, I'm going in the van here, coming to you from northern Minnesota. As you can see, it is a cold place here. Actually, it's not really super cold today. Maybe it's like 20 or something, so that's actually considered decent for the winters here. So, and I got the car behind me, the van, and I'm getting ready for an adventure in the van today. And so this is sort of a thing that I've kind of had this kind of dream for doing this sort of thing for a long time. And so maybe for a long time I always thought about maybe going in something like a pickup truck instead or something like that. I even had a pickup truck once, and I was gonna try to make that into like a camper, and that never really worked out. And at the time I didn't really have the time to really go anywhere. I was kind of going to school a lot and stuff, and didn't really have the ability to really go on this trip and stuff. And so that dream just kind of never really happened. But then I got the idea of having a van not too long ago, and then not too long afterward I started watching these YouTube videos with all the van dwelling, and of course that made the dream more real. I think I'm gonna put this hood up, it's getting a little cold here. So anyway, yes sir, precious. Anyway, so that dream became a little more real once I started seeing that, you know, people actually doing stuff like van dwelling and going on trips and stuff. And I mean, I kind of like the idea of van dwelling, so I'm kind of the van dwelling at heart, but I don't know if I'm really gonna ever do that full time, but it is a possibility. But I kind of have reasons, like I have ties to this area in Duluth, Minnesota, to where maybe I wouldn't really want to move away from here. And plus then my dog would have to have a way to take care of him, and I don't know, different things. I thought the best would be maybe if I somehow could get like a piece of land around here, then maybe live there. But anyway, getting off the subject. But this is my van adventure, so, and maybe it's not as big as some of the van adventures, but it's big enough. I'm going to be going for 6 days on my own, living in this van here. As far as where I'm going, I think I'm just going to be heading south for now, at least toward the Twin Cities. I'm in Duluth, so that's a couple hours down and maybe a little further. I'm thinking maybe heading toward like Sioux City, Iowa. That'd be a good place to start for a couple ideas of where I want to go. It looks like it's going to be kind of warm in that part of the country for the next couple days, and then maybe enjoy a little bit of warm weather. I mean, as far as like 50 degrees, I mean, that's warm compared to this. And yeah, because the thing is, I have to be in St. Louis on Saturday, the 23rd, because that's where my family lives. So I got to go down there, and then so yeah, so I'm just going to see how much of a little trip I can take, you know, and spend, you know, I'm kind of taking a pledge to spend 6 days in the van. You know, that's the idea. You know, I feel really, I mean, if something really drastic happens, then I'll obviously stop it. I mean, that's the idea, that I am kind of making this like the 6-day van dwelling challenge. And you know, maybe it won't sound much to some people, but hey, you know, all things for all sizes and all shapes, or whatever they say. See where I can go, kind of decide where I want to go. Just go on some trip for 6 days and be in St. Louis by Saturday, and try not to go too far from St. Louis to where, you know, I'm not going to drive like to Arizona or something like that. It's exciting to get on the road. And I would like to bring my dog Charlie, because I really like him, as you noticed in maybe if you watched any of my other videos. But the problem is that just would be too tough, because the plan is really, I mean, is in the daytime I want to be in like a Starbucks or a library someplace probably, and then, you know, then if I'm caught up in my work, go see the sights a little bit. Really, I mean, there's really nothing I can do with him during the day. That would just be too much of a pain. I mean, he could stay here with my roommate and stuff, but although, you know, I'm kind of worried about him, because they don't really give him as much attention as I give him, you know. But he's kind of like one of these dogs that needs like a lot of attention all the time. But, you know, I guess that's, you know, but I guess he'll survive. Okay. There's a van, 1999 Chevy Venture minivan, and so it's sort of an old van, but it actually has pretty low mileage and actually doesn't really have much rust on it, which is rare up in this area. And plus, it seems like everything's in good shape. Like, I'm no mechanic, but at least from what I can tell, everything seems good. Like, I was just checking the oil, and it seemed like it wasn't even like it it wasn't low on oil, wasn't low on transmission fluids. So, I mean, it seems like most of the time when you get some older car, it always like, you know, either leaks or uses some kind of fluids. So anyway, this is the van, and it's not actually completely done, but it's done enough that I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this adventure, because if I don't do it now, it's just not going to happen. It's one of those things where you just keep putting stuff off, and it'll feel good just to kind of get on the road and try this adventure out some, and then, you know, I can just maybe do a little repairs, setting it up for the road. Most of the setting up I have left to do is, okay, as far as structurally, the only thing, this foam here and this stuff, I'd like to cover this with something. Maybe I'll just cover it with tape and that too, like, maybe that'd be good. And then, that's, okay, some of this stuff isn't just dirt, this is stuff that needs to be like scraped off, but anyway. And then, but I think most of the stuff I need to do is really relating to like packing it and stuff, you know, like finding a way to organize. I'm not really hardly bringing anything with me. I'm going to actually buy clothes on the road, and I'm going to buy different things, like some kind of like stuff for preparing food, something for some type of cleaning kit, you know, wash basin, something. I got to kind of figure that out on the road, but maybe it'll just be easier parked outside of a Walmart. So, which is where I'll probably start out. I mean, tonight I'm pretty sure it'll be a Walmart. That's the safest thing for a new van guy who hasn't really done this before. And then, you know, you don't want to park in the most risky, kind of scary stealth environment for your first time out. So, but anyway, so I'll be right there, and then I'll maybe kind of be able to buy stuff, and then if I notice there's something else I need, I can go back in, and maybe they'll wonder why I went in. So, okay, we'll just do a quick van tour real quick. And then it's like, I'm not going to tear stuff down too much, so I'm just going to, let me turn these lights on here. Okay, so, all right, I got these lights on in here, and, all right, actually, it might look better just without the lights, let's see. Well, okay, it look a little better with the lights on. And I covered this up. Okay, so if anybody watched my video before, I had this with kind of like a crazy, this foam up here with these boards and everything. It looked a little crazy, but it looks a lot better now they put this blanket up here. Not real crazy about that color, but you know, it's what I could find at Goodwill. I went to Goodwill. I thought they'd have a lot of good blankets there and stuff, but they didn't really have much for blankets and everything. So anyway, so all right, there's all the electrical stuff, and there's more electrical stuff over there. Here's the futon, which this thing does fold down, and I did put this microwave in, and I have this big inverter for it, and it seems like it works okay. It seems like it'll probably work okay as long as I leave the engine running while doing it. I just have to kind of monitor the voltage, and then if it looks like the voltage of the battery starts really dropping, to kind of turn that off. And then, so this folds out. This is actually pretty nice, so it fits in here, even though it's a tight fit in here. And then this is okay, so basically the thing is, it's made up of these walls. So there's a wall, there's a wall, there's a wall, there's a wall, and this is a partial wall. So maybe I have to actually get in to show you this. So this is kind of a partial wall here. You know, I needed to have this door open, so I couldn't have this be a complete wall. But anyway, you can see I have the zipper bag, the zipper thing over it, and this unzips, and you can open that up and take all that stuff out, or just look out the window and have that zipper thing on it. Anyway, so so basically, if you want to just kind of look out the window, but then have it not be a little more insulated than just have it be a little more insulated than just having it just the window. And then I put this foam on here and stuff, glued this, and I stuffed some fiberglass in there too. So I think that should be better than by far than what the factory door was like. And then I need to just cover that up with something. And then this is this curtain here. Actually, I'm going to come up with a little thing down there, maybe a little box to put like the excess in there, so I can kind of not have this thing. But this, I'm not going to do it right now. But that curtain goes across there, and this is a thick. It's actually a blanket. Is what it is. It's it's just a blanket that I'm using as a curtain. You can see how it kind of held on like this, and then there's a place where I hook it onto that green thing there, and I kind of made like a little slit there, and anyway, where it can hook on. And okay, this is where okay, I have that stuffed up right now. I can undo this. This is where the heat comes out. I have a furnace back there, and this is the air intake, and this is the thermostat, and it's reading low right now because that's what it does when it gets too cold. But I have this bypass switch. It'll just turn it on like this. Okay, so that's the furnace coming off. I'm gonna shut it off. Now to shut it off, I have to actually hit the circuit breaker if I wanted to just shut it off instantly, because it has a thing where once it turns on, it runs for a few minutes. And anyway, so it's pretty cozy in here. It's it stays really warm in here. That's what I built it for, is insulation. So especially living in a cold climate, I know people are going to complain that, like, you know, it's going to be really bad in the summer. But I'm going to have to really rely on having some good fans, and you know, there's some other stuff I've thought of too, but we won't worry about that. That's the summertime, right? So, but I was in here like last night, and after I got it heated up, I found that it was like 20 degrees outside Fahrenheit for our Canadian people, and it was actually staying around 60 degrees in here. So I mean, and that was, you know, because after a while, when I just like heated up and I just turned the furnace off, and you know, the 60 degrees, it's kind of funny, but sometimes that actually feels kind of good. It doesn't feel that bad, you know. It all kind of depends. And but what was I going to say? Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, if you can get like 40 degrees above the outside temperature just with body heat alone, I mean, that's really means that this thing's really super insulated. Oh, by the way, I need to like that part there. I need to like, yeah, I kind of noticed that some of those colors you can kind of see a little bit from the outside. It kind of black. I need to get like a bunch of black towels and all cover that up. And some of that stuff's too shiny. I need to just get like a bunch of black towels or something to fit, which are kind of expensive. I was hoping at Goodwill I could find like a bunch of old like black towels or something. Maybe I gotta like try to dye this stuff or something, you know. But anyway, because it needs to be like so it'll look totally, because it looks like you won't really notice this too much, but it doesn't quite pass like the flashlight test. And so here's my computer that comes down like this. I mean, this is an older computer that I just, you know, that I use, and then mostly going to use that for like movies and stuff. I have like another laptop which would be more for doing work, and which, yeah, I will be doing work on the road because that's what I do. I do like some writing stuff and some website stuff and stuff. So really, I have to just so I'm going to be doing that from the road. In fact, I may just drive a couple hours today and just stop at a Starbucks and just do some work there. I mean, the whole idea is I just need to get on the road. I mean, just, you know, it's just, you know, just staying here, just, you know, trying to come up with a perfect van to try to, let's see. Oh, this is a little hard to do. Okay. Well, if I had something behind it, it's really hard to open that up. Okay. And this is where I have a stove, and I haven't actually used this stove yet, but I need to probably come up with some kind of like heat shield too, so I'm not getting. Maybe it'd be okay if I'm just like boiling water on it, but you know. Okay, and one thing I need to do too is I need to get like a wire here to like hold this thing up too. And but just to show you, this is kind of like the type thing I did on all these walls was basically putting kind of like sandwiching some foam between some some styrofoam, you know, different types. I think I used different types of different parts, just not out of any particular reason, but just because of what happened to have laying around. Okay, the back here. Okay, I just kind of put some stuff on here. I got to come up with a better way of organizing it, but underneath here is actually a furnace. I can't really take it out here, but the pipes are actually down here. The intake and extake pipes. Actually, it's kind of hard to see. There's so much shit on here. Let's see. Okay. Where are they? All right. Well, just believe me, they're there. All right. I shouldn't be doing this. It's all nasty. Okay. All right. That's where the pipes are. The intake and extake pipes. Is that even a word? Extake. Okay. Anyway, exhaust. You know, for the burning stuff, because all the combustion products leave the thing because it works like a home furnace. Oh, that wasn't good. I just wiped my hands on this. Okay, and then anyway, not going too much into that. I have a few videos on that, and this is where I keep the propane tank. And I know it's like part of an old bag. Well, it's actually it's mounted in there pretty good. There's like a metal frame in here and stuff. You can't really see it too well, but okay, you kind of see it here. But anyway, I don't want to take it out right now. But I also underneath there drilled like a hole in there to make it to where if any propane leaked out that it would sink down. I mean, I know you're going to never get it like everybody to agree your safety about propane and stuff, so that's just how it goes, you know, but I guess, you know. And then this, okay, so I put like Plasti Dip on these windows, on this window to make it look, so from the outside it just looks like it's real dark tint. And then I also put Plasti Dip on these windows, and not that window. You already saw that that's more of a temporary thing. And then I also put Plasti Dip on this window and this window so you can't see into here. And then let me just open this a little bit. I kind of got, okay, so this is where I got, there's a microwave, and there's the inverter. I know you're not supposed to have it surrounded by foam and all this stuff because that's all, but I'm going to come up with a better way of mounting it later on. This is just a temporary thing just to hold it, just to keep it from moving around while I'm going down the road. And then okay, here's some old like wires and I don't know, a little bit of building materials. So I might do a little bit of building, but I don't really want to be doing much with like power tools because that gets old. I want to just do it more like with like stacking stuff around and stuff, you know, stuff where it's not more lower level building stuff, and then maybe some wiring. I think there's a couple wiring things I need to do. Like, and anyway, so yeah, I mean, I eventually I'll come up with a better way to. This has got like a shelf here. I'll come up with a better way to have some kind of shelves back here. What'd be really good is figure out like exactly have a shelf that comes out to where it just about touches the window, so you're just getting that maximum amount of depth there. And then okay. And then okay. There was something in the inside I did forget to show you. Okay, so underneath here is actually a lot of storage. I mean, you can see it goes all the way back. I mean, there's a lot of space under there. So I thought of maybe eventually having some kind of like, I don't know, some tubs, and the whole thing could kind of, maybe the whole thing would kind of like move forward, because this whole thing needs to kind of like move forward on these wheels. Like this comes off up this wheel. This is on here, then it kind of like slides forward. Okay, yeah, I need to like cut these down. That's kind of not too good. Anyway, so this comes up here, then this whole thing like slides, and there's another thing I have it braced over there, and this whole futon slides forward, and then I make it into a bed. And maybe I'll just find that it's easier just to sleep on it like this. Actually, maybe that'll make things easier. So don't only have a couple things in here. I have, you know what that is? That's the pee jug, and then that's which is now empty because I just used that to fill up my antifreeze a little bit. That's actually a sewing machine, which is maybe a kind of a strange thing to bring along, but I think I like the idea of kind of being able to make. There's a few things I made like with the sewing machine, like those clear vinyl, those zipper door things, and I have another zipper door that's on the front too, which I didn't really show you, but I did make a whole video on that. And then so anyway, but I think it's just kind of a cool thing that maybe on the road I can make a few like different like things to make the thing better with the sewing machine, even though it like does take up a lot of room. I mean, I thought it is, you know, whatever, it's just kind of like a hobby, you know. I mean, I kind of got into it for this. Maybe it's not the most manly hobby or whatever, but it doesn't. But yeah, it's and then this, I guess you can guess what that is. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but this is if I got to use it, but I need to like get some. That's the, you know, the bucket, and I'm gonna maybe rig up some way to have like a bag by cutting these pieces of this HDX stuff. It's like this plastic sheathing. It's pretty thick stuff, and then maybe using like maybe a rubber band like to hold like a bag inside, and then a lid on the top. So I'll have to have a couple layers, all, you know, to, you know, keep the stuff from coming out. I know it's maybe not the best having it on the side like this, but that's the only place I can find to really put like the poop bucket. So it's like, and then okay, a lot of room. Oh, really need to clean up under here. I need to get like a vacuum cleaner. It's I did just sweep under here, but anyway, I'll do more later on. It's kind of hard to get under here, especially because I can't really take this futon out. It's kind of like I kind of built around it. I mean, you know. So anyway, oh, just noticed I have a board back there, but I guess I'll keep that. I think I might actually go to use that. So anyway, yeah. So oh yeah, and underneath this is like a layer of like underneath this piece of plywood. I think like a piece of like half inch, or no, I think it's 1 inch piece of pink foam, I believe. Anyway, so all right, that's enough of that. So yeah, so we're just ready to go on the adventure. Need to just get going and not, you know, because I've been spending so long on this. I've been working on this thing like since February. I mean, one reason it took so long is just because I kept restarting. I kept coming with all these different ideas that were, a lot of it was related to try to come up with a better way of like heating the thing, and it was just, yeah, it was, you know, I just kept stopping and starting and stuff, and now it's pretty comfortable. Now it just needs a few things that could probably be done while on the road. So I'm not doing like that thing like Chrome on Van Life, where he's like, you know, oh no, just move in. I mean, I did a lot of work, but I'm just saying, but at some point you got to kind of just, you know, go in it a little bit and just see how it goes. So anyway, so this is what's going to happen. I'm gonna bring this red bag in, which right now has my computer, but I found my other computer bag, so I'll switch it to that. And I'm going to pack up whatever in between that computer bag and that red bag. I'm going to put together all the stuff I need for this trip, and then I'm going to upload this video, may have to edit it slightly onto YouTube, and then, but not actually, I don't actually want to publish it yet. So what I'm going to do is though, but I'm going to have it uploaded because I'm not going to have much bandwidth on this phone and stuff with this plan. So, and then once I get on the road, once I get maybe just a little, maybe like an hour down the road, or maybe just a half hour, I'll just go ahead and go on YouTube and press publish, so that way I'll know that I really did officially leave, you know. So it wasn't like I don't want to put this video on here and then and then it's on there. It's like, okay, I'm leaving my thing, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't make it out of the driveway somehow, or something. The car breaks down or something. So, so. But anyway, I'm gonna be doing a lot of these update videos, and I'm just gonna be each one of these. I think I'm just gonna call it the journey from now on, and maybe I'll put a little bit of description there, but I'll kind of put like kind of number each one so we can kind of know this is part of the same thing. And if I do any other like just informational videos on some other subject, maybe I'll not really make it part of that series. So it's going to be, so this is going to be the journey part 1.